Some of the members of the Aboy Alberto crew in charge of wet rags, a vital cog in the wheel of success in boat racing. Time for our Mercury update.
The Idaho Department of Tourism and the Burley Area Chamber of Commerce were hosts this week to the second round of the National Inboard Championship Powerboat Racing Series, sponsored by Mercury Marine and Ford Power Products. The two-day event drew record-setting crowds as fans gathered to watch the 3 NICS classes and 5 guest classes test their skills on the mile and 2/3 course. At stake were the Governor's Trophy and $30,000 in prize money. As an added incentive, race sponsor Lee Moyle donated a mink coat to the driver who came closest to the current speed record in his class. The unique oval course with an island in the middle presented some unusual problems for the racers. A cement wall on the spectator side of the course caused backwash and choppy water on the front stretch, while behind the island on the back stretch, the water remained smooth. The high altitude also caused concern among the drivers as they made adjustments in their engine setup, trying to find the right combination for 4,000 feet. The K-Racing runabout classes boasted the largest field of K drivers ever assembled. 21 boats participated in 4 elimination heats on Saturday to determine the 8 fastest boats for the main event. George Nordling from Milwaukee, Oregon in the K200 Hyperkinetic won the first KRR heat with a top time of 2 minutes 34.15 seconds. The second heat became a 3-way battle with Ron Mad Dog Bolden of Long Beach, California driving the Kelron Racing Special and George Woods in the K39 Outlaw. Bolden took the heat, giving him second place overall, while Nordling's third place finish gave him the points to win the title. Nordling was a relieved victor.
George, things ran real well for you. There was no problem right from the start. You had the lead all the way through.
I think it like yesterday. It just was perfect. Everything was perfect, yeah. The boat ran well, handled well, and again, we got the good water again today. So once you get out front, it's always smoother in the front.
In Formula Mercruiser 7-liter racing action, Ken Muscatel of Seattle, Washington, and the Muscatel Marine-sponsored boat took both heats to win the class, with Dave Vilwock in the Sunset Chevrolet Special taking second. It was the first look for Burley fans at this powerful hydroplane class. The crowd was on its feet as the boats threw up a wall of spray on the turns.
In that first lap, you came around and had an extremely strong showing in the second corner over here. Yeah. And it was very similar to what you did in the first lap, because all of a sudden you caught up to Terry and moved beyond him.
Well, the boat runs real good in the corners, in the tight corners. It's a good boat in real tight course like this, and it just, suited the boat real well.
Ken Dryden, an E58 Terminator boat, dominated the Formula Mercruiser 5-liter class, taking a second and a third in his 2 heats. Dryden described the race.
It was a tight start. There was a lot of boats going in together into that first turn. What was your concern at that point?
A real tight squeeze and try not to run over anybody, but be the first to the corner and be the first one through. You usually have the race buttoned up from there.
The final standings show Jerry Dellinger, an E98 Agitator, in second, with Locomotion Boat of Gene Bird in third. For Mercury Marine in the great state of Idaho, this is Steve Michael reporting.
Thanks, Steve, and let's be tourists for a moment. 40 miles from Tri-Cities is Patterson, Washington, and Columbia Crest Wineries. That is our national sponsor for our circuit in 1987. It is virtually an oasis in the middle of the desert. A gorgeous one at that. This French chateau-like atmosphere is wonderful. It has a vineyard, it has a retail store, of course the winery itself, wonderful places for a picnic and a tour of the winery. And the product, it is gaining worldwide recognition for its quality. And it's a beautiful way to spend an afternoon here in southeastern Washington. As for the weather here in the southeastern part of the state, well, it's ideal for growing the grapes, as you can see. And our hats off to the national series sponsor for the Unlimited Hydroplanes, Columbia Crest Wineries. Thanks, everybody. And the sun continues to shine on better than 40,000 here on the Columbia River. We'll be right back with the final heat.